Okay, a little correction from the last video. These notebooks are actually made not from a single person, but it's a small business in Massachusetts. So, yeah, I just want to correct myself on that. Okay, on to the video. Hello people of the interwebs, this is Luke Moore back with a new video. And today I'm going to be reviewing the handcrafted handy-dandy notebooks, the Joe collection. So I've been re-watching Blue's Clues recently to prepare for the reboot that's coming out this year. Later on this year. We don't know what date it is, we don't have a release date. And I've bought these notebooks to draw along with the show to hopefully get me back into drawing. I'm completely done with the first 4 seasons and I'm going to start season 5 soon, but before we do that, I want to review these Joe notebooks. And thanks to the comments from the last video, I have new information from not only the last notebooks, but for these notebooks. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with Joe's default handy dandy notebook, or Kevin's second super duper notebook in the UK, but that really didn't last long. So for the most part, this is Joe's notebook. And it is really nice. Now, like the Steve notebooks, they're not in the same quality as the original toys, but they're still pretty well built. They do get the job done. And as you can see, Joe's notebook is a lot different from Steve's notebooks. Not only is it taller and thinner, but it's also in the shape of the thinking chair, which is pretty cool. And it's really cool. It does have these little markings in it to make it look like it was colored in with a crayon, because I think it really was handcrafted, because it was a gift to Joe from Blue. So that's really nice. And the thinking chair does look red. There is a little bit of orange tint to it, but for the most part, it does look red. And it's more vibrant than the original toy because it has, that one had little white markings. So I think this one actually, aesthetically, it looks better. And unlike the original toy, it's actually double-sided. So that's really nice. The cover and back cover is made out of a kind of flimsy cardboardish paper, but it's alright. It still gets the job done, and it is laminated, and just like with the rest of them, there's no detailing on the inside, but that really doesn't bother me that much. We have the red spiral here, which is still sturdy. Now, both sides of the spiral are pinched down instead of one side. So getting the crayon into the notebook is a bit of a challenge, but it's not really that hard, and I'll show you how to do it in a minute. Now, this is where a lot of people may have a problem, because in the show and the original toy, the notebook had 6 holes in it for the spiral, but for these ones, there's only 5. That really doesn't bother me that much, but it is something to be wary about if you want 100% show accuracy. And instead of construction paper, like Steve's notebooks, you get cardstock. And yes, I did fill them in for the season 4 finale, so let's just get to a clean page right here. So you get cardstock, which is a lot thinner, a lot thicker than construction paper. And yeah, it's pretty well done. It's nice and smooth, because with the construction paper, you could like see the threads in it. And you get 20 sheets per notebook, so that's nice. So, and since it's double-sided, you can do like 9 on this side and 9 on the other side. So it's technically 3 episodes on each side. So that's really cool. But yeah, all in all, this notebook's pretty cool. Next up, we got the Bedtime Notebook, which is basically the same thing, except the cover and back cover are made out of this very soft, solid red fabric. Now, it doesn't feel like a pillow like in the actual episode, but it's still really soft, and looks like the designs is actually stamped instead of sewn in. That's really good, and you can see the hot glue. So now, but that's just a problem with mine. And one thing I didn't mention with the cardstock is that there is indents here. It's curved on this side, and then edging on the other side. So you can stack them, but it only goes in one way. So that's fine. And yeah, the original toy was a lot bigger than the standard notebook, so but this one, it's the same size, so that's really nice. Now, a problem with this one is that they don't really sell it that much. I don't know, it's because it's not in high demand or they don't really sell well, but they just don't really have this available a lot. So if you do see this on anywhere, get it, because it's going to be a short time before it's gone. In fact, you can't even get this anymore. But yeah, overall, it looks nice. Okay, now this is one I just want to get out of the way. This is the variant of the standard notebook. It's called the Holiday Notebook, I think. And it's basically the same thing, except it has a present on top of the thinking chair. Yeah, I don't know why they made this. I mean, yeah, it was originally a toy. The original toy had a white outline around it, and when you shook it, it jingled. But yeah, I don't know why. It was never in the show. And the thing is, this is the one that comes in the Joe collection pack. You have to buy the others separately. So I don't know why. And I've also been thinking about turning this one into Notebook Friend, but I just decided not to because, one, just covering the present and putting all the stuff on is a little bit of a hassle. And also, even though Notebook Friend is technically a variant, it kind of isn't, because all it is just a modded version of Joe's notebook instead of having a brand new front and back covers. So, yeah. But overall, it still looks good, but I don't know why they put this in the pack. Next up is the car notebook, which actually looks really, really cool. Now, it has the same shape, but instead of the thinking chair, it looks like a car. And it's got the wheels here, you got the bumper, the headlights, side mirrors, 2 seats, and the rearview mirror. And yeah, it looks really cool. It's nice and red here. Now the funny thing is that Joe didn't get this from Side Table. He borrowed it from Carmen, but yet the Crayons still had a purple checkerboard wrapper to match his shirt. That's kind of weird, but whatever. But yeah, overall, this is a really cool and unique notebook. Next up is the Love Notebook, and as you can see, it's another very unique one because it doesn't have the thinking chair shape. It's instead a heart. It looks really good. It's big and red. It has a yellow outlining here. Now, there are 2 problems with this notebook. For one, the spiral is brown instead of red like the actual episode, which is meh. But another problem is that instead of having 6 holes, it has 7. So it has the exact opposite problem than the others. And also, it seems to be a bit big. I mean, I can barely wrap my hand around it. And I have pretty big hands. Well, not so much big, just long fingers. But you can still kind of hold it. But yeah, overall, it looks very nice. And this and the card notebook never had toys made of them, so it's nice that we have them, finally. And last but not least, we have the Golden Notebook, the final notebook of the series. And it's basically the same, except obviously everything is gold. The cover and the spiral is gold, and it has different design. It has swirls around it, and yeah, it's not really gold. It's just that flat, looks like gold type of thing, but it still looks very nice. And fortunately, mine is a little bit warped here, but whatever. So yeah, the original toy had 6 sheets, but since it was dry erase on both sides, it was technically 3 sheets of paper. So yeah, you get more here, and that's really nice. And the gold spiral is really nice too. It doesn't flow out, because I remember with the Golden Treasure Hunt notebook, the spiral was cut the same length, but they flared out like this, so I actually had to cut some to make it more close to the edge. But here, I don't have that problem. It's really nice and looks really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the notebooks. Let's take a look at the crayons now. So if you order the golden notebook separately, you get 3 little golden paw print or clue cards or stickers. I'm not really sure what they are. And you also get a crayon that has a golden stripe pattern on it, either in red, black, or blue, similar to the nature notebook with its crayon. But unfortunately, I didn't get those, but yeah, whatever. I can live without them. And as usual, each notebook comes with a box of crayons, and all the collections come with 2 boxes. And the crayons are basically the same. You get the same 4 colors, all of them the same green stripes. It would be nice if they had like a Joe version with a checkerboard design, but whatever. And these crayons are really nice. I mean, they're not as smooth or last longer than like Crayola or Rose Art, but they still do get the job done. But the main crayon that I want to talk about is the one that comes with the Bedtime Notebook. So not only do you get a sticker sheet that has 20 little pop-up stickers, but you also get this jumbo black crayon that has blue checkerboard design. And it looks very nice. It's a lot bigger than the box crayons, but still looks nice. And as you can see, there was a little bit of damage. The reason that happened was because I kept it in a bag with all the other extra crayons, and some of the dry erase red crayon got on here, so I did the thing where I lick my thumb and then try to scrub it off, but then I remembered it was paper, so I kind of screwed it up. But I guess that just added the value, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, it looks really good. And also you can get a jumbo crayon with other notebooks. Like for the Steve notebook, you can get a jumbo green striped crayon. And for the normal Joe notebook, you get a green checkerboard jumbo black crayon. So that's nice. And to put these in the Joe notebooks is not really that hard. What I like to do is twist the spiral so the ends are facing up and down, and then put the crayon in, and then turn it back so they're facing sideways, and it kind of locks it in place. I mean, it's still going to be a bit loose, and it's not going to jiggle out. There you go. So yeah, it kind of locks in place, but it's mainly held in by friction. But yeah, overall, this actually looks really good. Joe's crayons are actually a lot smaller than Steve's. It's actually just this one part off. Yeah, that would be more accurate. But other than that, it does look really good. And it actually does hide that smudge a little bit better. So yeah, that's pretty much it for everything. So now let's get into the final thoughts. So just like with the Steve notebooks, these are really nice. Whether you're a kid who loves the show or someone like me, a collector who wants merchandise, these are a very nice thing to have. Now, I could end things here, but I'm actually going to have one more video once I'm done with the show and have all the notebooks filled up and show all of them in one video, basically my notebook collection, right before the reboot premieres, so we can have like a trilogy of notebook videos. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video whenever I make it. So, bye-bye folks.